Welcome back to round 5. For this final round, we have Victor Kurz on Grixis Death Shadow versus Brent on Adnause. So this might be a one-sided matchup. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's favorable for Victor. Pretty favorable.
Yeah,
he's got really heavy disruption, really heavy responsiveness with Stubborn Denial, and of course the hand disruption. And
also,
then he's got big creatures. I
need to say something. So you guys wanted us to play on camera. I was very aware that Justin was streaming us, even though he says I didn't know we were being streamed. We were not playing Storm vs. Impact as it may have seemed. I was actually playing my standard deck, which, if you realize, trying to cast a Torrential Gearhulk on curve against Infect is not very fun, so that's why I decided not to do it.
Oh, is that actually streaming?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, yeah, Infect's pretty good against standard decks, just in general. Okay, turn 1 Leyline is actually
seems really good, yeah.
So main board Leyline's actually, yeah, that's Victor's probably looking at his hand and feeling like, oh fuck.
He's got a Death Shadow, but yeah, he also has Stubborn Denial and a Thought Scour. Dude, do you Thought Scour your Adnause opponent and hope that you mill their Lightning Storm?
Wait a minute, sorry. I'll answer that question after this. Did Brent just turn 1 opt and find a Lotus Bloom on top?
No, I think he drew it for turn.
Oh, he opted at end of turn, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so what was your question?
Do you mill your opponent with Thought Scour hoping to hit their one Lightning
Hoping
Storm?
to hit the Lightning Storm, yeah. That seems fine. That seems like an out. Yeah, game 1 Ad Nauseam can't win with if that's in the graveyard, right?
No, definitely not.
I don't think so.
I don't think they can.
I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything.
They don't have Noxious Revival.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I think
they could be the line.
Does that really get them?
Maybe.
That might actually get them.
But I guess that means like if they open with their Lightning Storm, then you make them discard it, they just lose as well.
No, they must have.
They must have 2.
I think they must play 1 Noxious Revival in the main. Ad Nauseam is a deck that I don't know the intricacies of. I know the big idea very well.
Yeah.
And I know what their sideboard looks like, but I don't think you play a Noxious Revival main board. But you're right, that seems sort of critical.
I mean, I guess on Victor's end, if you're playing Gurmag Angler, you probably don't want to mill your opponent, but, you know.
So our stream runner's saying that they play Laboratory Maniac, but they don't have that in the main board.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think anyone plays Labman in the main board. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. They might. Right, like there's no way you can be contingent on a single card, because if you draw to your opener and it gets discarded, you just literally just lose. Like there's no way that's it.
Yeah, but hey, that's why you play main board Leyline Affinity.
Yeah, I guess.
I actually saw a really weird Ad Nauseam list. It's weird how much I know about Ad Nauseam lists that I see, and yet I can't piece together simple facts like, do they play a Noxious Revival main board? But I saw a really weird Ad Nauseam list like 2 days ago that was 3 Leylines in the main board, 4th Leyline in the sideboard. And I gotta tell you, I don't really get that. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
that's
very strange.
That just doesn't make sense. Like Ad Nauseam, like that makes sense in a deck like let's say a Nahiri deck, where you're playing a mid-range game a lot of the time and you don't want your cards to be dead. But Ad Nauseam is not playing a mid-range game. You don't care if you have multiple ley lines and you're drawing blanks. You don't care. That's just the deck doesn't care about that kind of thing. So I could not understand 3 ley lines in the main, 1 on the side.
So Victor got a sometimes difficult turn 2 Gurmag Angler.
Yeah, turn 2 Angler is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good clock.
Yeah, you have to have Thought Scour to do that.
And now the Stubborn Denial in his hand being active could clinch this game. Thoughtseize himself?
Yeah, he's trying to just life total his
I guess.
Get himself down.
Does he have
for
to reveal
Death
his
Shadow?
hand?
No, it just says look at player's hand.
Alright.
Oh.
He's not?
I think he forgot about Leyline.
Oh, okay. He does have Death Shadow in hand, yes.
I think he might just Thoughtseize himself.
But you can't take a line, so we'd have to take Stubborn Denial or Terminate, which I guess you don't need Terminate, but
No, you definitely don't need Terminate.
yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, so he's going to go to 9 life. His shadow will be a 4/4.
But revealing that Stubborn Denial seems kind of important.
Not really. I mean, you're going to be leaving up a blue mana, and Brent is going to just know about it. I mean, I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, making the shadow a 4/4 improves your clock, so. But you're right. So I suppose that is relevant.
Does Thoughtseize say reveal target player's hand?
I thought it just said look at, but it must say reveal.
Target player reveals his or her hand, yeah. Okay. So Brent can go for it here if he has Adnos. He has Simian Spirit
Yeah, he
Guide.
has Spirit Guide. And he does have double black with...
Okay, he has the Labman in his hand, so he definitely has
Okay.
other ways to win the game.
Well, goes to show what we know.
Determined that.
We don't know anything. God, this main board ley line is just shitting on Victor's life.
Yeah. Although Brent's hand is not very good. It's like Labman, Simian Spirit Guide, Split Second. Whatever that card is. Angel's Grace. Fatal Push can take out Labman in a pinch.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. I wonder why he kept Fatal Push instead of Terminate.
Well, didn't he just draw that Fatal Push?
No, he drew his face down card.
Oh, you're right.
I don't think he's just revealing the cards he draws.
Maybe just because it's cheaper. I mean, you do have to trigger a Revolt to kill Labman, though.
Yeah, very relevant.
Yeah.
Oh, and Brent does have the Pact. We're gonna. Ooh, this seems. Unless he drew the second denial.
That would be crazy, but because I think Victor only has 2 or 3 in the main board.
He's thinking about countering this Lotus Bloom, but he just has a land. He's there anyway. Well, I guess not necessarily. I guess you need 6 right to Angels.
Yeah, you need so Simian Spirit Guide. You gotta have 6 for Ad Nauseam and Angels.
He's going for it.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I definitely don't think you care about that.
But now Brent can't win this turn.
Well, he can't win this turn, yeah, but now he gets confident. Okay.
Oh, Snapcaster's pretty good.
He definitely did that.
Yeah, Victor just showed us his Snapcaster so we would know he's not misplaying.
Yeah.
Very good, Victor. So if Victor actually flashes Snap in here, and he draws a fetch land off the top, it's lethal. And then Brent has to start protecting himself with like an Angel's Grace or something, because if you go 5, 6, 7,
right for Death Shadow, yeah. Brent's all the way down to 6.
Oh, did we miss a whole attack step? These light totals, man. We've had some shoddy. I won't say shoddy. I'll say spotty.
Spotty, yeah.
We've had some spotty life total tracking here today.
Yeah.
I know in part that's our responsibility, but
well, sure.
I feel like it'd be helpful if we
that.
had a life counter back here.
Yeah. There's Angel's Grace. Snapcaster, Stubborn Isle. What? No? We don't. How do we not Stubborn Eye that?
Well, because he can just pact it.
Yeah, then he loses.
1, 2. Well, no, he would Simian Spirit Guide for the pact.
Okay, sure, yeah. So we're gonna Stubborn Deny this Unlife. Okay. Wait, there is no way that Brent is at 1 currently. There's just no way. I'm sure Victor would have used his fetch land to kill him. Or he didn't need to, I guess. Oh, he went to 1 from Angel's Grace. I'm sorry. I forget that card actually does something. It doesn't just. It's not a fog, right? Angel's Grace.
It does more things than a fog. Why?
Does it prevent damage to you?
It just says you can't. If you would be reduced to lower than 0 instead, you go to 1.
Okay, so it works differently than I thought. Never mind. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And he can't crack a fetch in response, right, because of Angel's Grace. He also can't counter Angel's Grace. Yes, Split Second. Sorry, I'm not super familiar with the intricacies of Ad Nauseam.
Yeah, Split Second's a hell of a mechanic. You know what the closest mechanic to Split Second ever printed is?
This card can't be countered.
No. Well, I mean that's kind of reasonable. It's really Interrupt. Do you know what the old
Interrupt mechanic?
Yeah, the Interrupt used to be it's not even a card mechanic really. Interrupt was a type of card, and basically what Interrupt was an instant, a special kind of instant that could only be responded to by other interrupts.
Yeah.
While a card with Interrupt was on the stack, you could not respond to it except for with another card with Interrupt. A little bit of magic trivia. It's not really trivia, but.
So what? Snapcaster didn't resolve?
Yeah, I'm pretty confused and somewhat
It must have got pacted then, obviously.
I think my attention is.
Oh yes, it got packed. Okay, he didn't put the pact in his graveyard. It's on top of his deck, so he doesn't miss his trigger. That makes sense. So he has to tap out this turn to pay for pact, and he has to use a Simian Spirit Guide to do so. Or I guess he could Angel's Grace, but.
So Victor's flicking his pen in circles in his hand. That's pretty cool. I lost track of the cards so Brent is still on. He's just on
Angel's Grace, Labman, Spear Guide.
Yeah, which you can't win with any time. I mean, he has to find a.
So he's gonna Angel's Grace instead of
pay for
Spear
pact.
Guide.
No, he's Angel's Gracing instead of paying for pact because he can't lose the game.
Where he had to use his Spear Guide to pay for pact. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I guess he's just dead to infect then. All right. So Victor takes game 1. Sorry for our lack of.
Yeah, we're dumb. I think this happens every time we put Ad Nauseam on. It's hard to follow.
It is a hard deck too.
It's hard to follow. Maybe if we were smarter or played more modern or.
If we played Ad Nauseam,
paid more attention. Yeah, that'd probably be true. Have you seen War of Invention in Ad Nauseam? It's pretty sweet.
For Ensnaring Bridge or what?
So what you do is
your Pentad Prisms for 0? That doesn't seem very good.
Well, you use Pentad Prisms to power out Whir,
sure.
and you get Lotus Blooms.
Oh, for 0?
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
And when you put a Lotus Bloom in off Whir, it doesn't have Suspend. It just comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it only costs 3 mana, right? Because it's a 0 drop. Huh. It's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And that is, I'm trying to bolster my. I'm trying to make it sound like I know something about the way this Ad Nauseam deck works. But hey, the more you know, the more you Coles. As I mentioned earlier, we are sponsored by Coles.
How many times are you going to say that? Until they sponsor us?
Yeah. I was going to say until I stop thinking it's funny, which may be never, yeah. So Victor wants to bring in the 4th copy of Stubborn Denial. I'm pretty sure he's playing a 2-2 or 3-1 split. I'm not sure what else Victor needs here.
I mean, like, Victor, he can't really interact with the permanents that Brent plays. Like, he doesn't play Remove Enchantments.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's unfortunate. He also doesn't really have interaction. I mean, yeah, not only can he not interact with the ley lines favorably, I don't think he has any way to favorably not get double time walked by Phyrexian on life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can Stubborn Denial a Phyrexian on life, but if that thing comes down, that's going to give Brent a significant, sort of cushion to draw more cards.
Kolaghan's Command might be all right here. Probably not.
To blow up an artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems. I mean,
it's better than push. Like,
yeah. The thing is, the instant speed artifact destruction is only good against Pentad Prism. It doesn't really do anything. Against
that game, it would have been good against Lotus Bloom. Right, he had Lotus Bloom sitting out there for a few
turns. It would have been fine. Yeah, most of the time, it doesn't matter if you have. What you really need for Lotus Bloom is Stony Silence or another thing that actually punishes an artifact's abilities. Just destroying it's usually not good because the thing about Ad Nauseam, really the only reason I think it's able to survive as a deck is because the entire deck can go off at instant speed.
Yeah.
A lot of decks that rely on casting a sorcery to win, like Scapeshift for example. They get punished pretty hard for doing all that at sorcery speed, but the fact that you can, respond to someone, K commanding your Lotus Bloom and then go off with Ad Nauseam Angel's Grace is pretty good. So, what are we missing? What else can Victor bring in besides just more?
Well, I doubt he has Slaughter Games, but if he has that,
no, he definitely doesn't have Slaughter Games, but that would be sweet. The only problem with Slaughter Games is it's only, you still don't get a free win out of it because your opponent will have Lightning Storm and Labman most likely.
So you name Ad Nauseam.
Well, if you name Ad Nauseam, they can still Spoils of the Vault though. Like they have enough redundant cards to still be fine. Like they just name Spoil. If they have a Phyrexian on life or an Angel's Grace, you just Spoils of the Vault and name a card you don't have. So see, I know something about this deck.
Yeah, there you go.
I know something about this deck. Someone please tell me that I didn't say anything wrong just now, because maybe you. I'm pretty sure what you do is you Spoils for a card that you don't own.
And I bet Victor brings in Surgicals if he has those.
Forgot all about that. Yeah, Surgical seems fine. Of course, Surgical is like just a dead card when your opponent ley lines, right? Because they probably won't have anything.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get it out of there. Right?
Yeah, like if you stub dub their first Ad Nauseam and then you go on it, but that's even.
Or they're mana screwed and they discard the hand size.
Yeah, I think you still bring in Surgical just because you have so much crap to take out. But
is Lily the Veil good here? I mean, I guess. I don't know if he has that. But
yeah, I think if you're on the play, it seems fine because it's. you know, you can tap out on turn 3 on the draw. I'd be worried about tapping out on turn 3 for it.
Sure, yeah.
But that seems okay.
Both players mulliganing to 6. Victor did bring the Teamer Battle Rage. I'm sure that probably is the
Oh yeah,
he might have some main, but
definitely Teamer Battle. Yeah,
that's a
I
good
think
way to
I think he actually is playing one main.
she's out a win.
Yeah, might have one main, one side on the Battle Rage.
We have somebody in chat's roommate used to play Ad Nauseam a lot, so he said that what you said sounded right.
Spoilers of oh good. Well, I'm glad someone thinks that it sounded right. Still no confirmation that it is right. You know what? I think I mentioned this last time I saw Ad Nauseam a camera, and I think I was told I was wrong. But Brent could also bring in Grave Titan.
Yes, that we confirmed that was wrong.
No, that is a thing. I swear that's a thing. It's totally a thing. Totally a thing. Revelark combo decks or body double decks they used to use Grave Titan. Now they do other things, but some of these decks that make a lot of mana and some of it's black.
Wow.
Play Grave Titan.
So Brent has a Bantu's Last Reckoning in his hand.
That seems just not
and
good.
I think he also only has Seachrome Crows.
So why would you play Bantu's Last Reckoning when you could just play Darkness?
I don't know, but
Darkness is the 1-mana fog in black, and that's usually what you see people bring in against creature decks.
So he kept a 1-lander with Spirit Guide, but he's able to... Oh no, feels bad.
Stubborn Denial of the Pentad Prism.
Oh wow.
Feels good.
That probably just put the...
Yeah, that might be game, set, match. Did I say that right? Game, set, match? Is that what you say in tennis?
I think that's a tennis thing.
That's probably a tennis thing. Someone confirm in chat that that's a tennis thing. There are two things that I pretend to know about but actually don't know about. It's Ad Nauseam and tennis.
Wow, both coming up in the same sentence. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Okay, so...
wow, yeah. And then Brent even had the Leyline, which does blank a couple of the discard spells in Victor's hand, but getting your... greedy Pentad Prism countered is probably the worst thing that could happen. Oof.
So Lotus Boom off the top is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Of course, Victor can Stubborn Denial those too.
Yeah. I think Victor's gonna have to
Victor's got the Battle Rage.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to tank his life total. Yeah, so actually Victor was telling me on Tuesday that literally the worst feeling in the world, he said the worst feeling in the world, and I believe him, is drawing your basics in your opening hand in Death Shadow.
Yeah.
And he is probably throwing up right now. He's like, how can I be so fucking unlucky to have Swamp Island basics on my turn 3 in Shadow? Not just one of them, both of them. And those are keeping him off his Death Shadow.
That's not great. Well, here's one. All right, this should.
There we go. Now we'll take him to 12. Get a 1/1 Shadow.
He can Thoughtseize himself.
Thoughtseize himself. Get a 3/3 Shadow.
I don't know if he wants to Thoughtseize himself because he does have Snapcaster for another Stubborn Denial use.
Yeah, he probably won't do it. I mean, Victor could have nearly won already if these weren't basics because he has the Battle Rage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If those were fetches instead of basics, he definitely could have. I think he could have won the game on turn 4.
Yeah.
I mean, barring an Angel's Grace, but if he's forcing Brent to use these Angel's Graces already, on like turn 3 and 4.
I think he is going for the self-Thoughtseize. Nope, just Death Shadow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Victor not happy to see those basics so early.
All right, so Brent got a Sleight of Hand.
Sleight of Hand
does not find a land. It finds a Leyline and a Spirit Guide.
Brent just said, worst effing Sleight of Hand I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was not great.
I feel you, buddy. I feel you. I don't cast Sleight of Hand, but
if you did.
One of the worst things you can do with your cantrips is...
I think he just drew another Stubborn Denial.
Oh my god, yeah. This one might be over.
Wow. Do you know what the other red card in Victor's hand is?
Teamer Battle Rage.
No.
The other one?
The other red card.
I guess we're going to find out.
Oh, wait, there's another red card. I'm sorry, that was an Inquisition.
What did you think it was?
Ignore me.
What did you think it was?
I didn't think it was. Our stream runner thought it was Gut Shot, but there is not a Gut Shot.
Oh.
That would be an incredibly cheeky way to kill Adnals after they go to 1 and then you Gut Shot them.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. I have no idea why Death Shadow would play Gut Shot, though.
Oh, wow, neither do I. Well, it does 2 damage to you.
It does 3 damage to you if you point it at yourself.
That's true. That is true.
It's basically like a giant growth for your Death Shadow.
All right, so Brent can
that
go
actually
for it
seems
here.
kind of sweet.
Brent has Ad Naus and Split Second in hand.
Yeah.
But he knows about this double Snapcaster potential from Victor. So he's just got to pass this turn. So I guess he has to wait till he finds a Pact.
Yeah, but isn't Pact gonna? Well.
Oh yeah, he can't. He won't. Well, if he wins that turn, he doesn't need to pay the Pact.
Yeah.
He drew a fast land. All right.
Yeah. Not too hot.
Help.
Not too hot of a fast land.
He could cast Bantu's Last Reckoning here.
Yeah.
But if he does that,
I think then you just lose.
Yeah, he might just be
Victor
dead.
stubborn denials it, and then you have to waste your. Then you'd have to use your
Angel's
Pact.
Voice. He doesn't have a Pact. That was what he needs to draw.
Oh, I thought you said he just drew a Pact.
No, he needs to draw a Pact. He drew a fast land.
Oh, I meant to say earlier, the worst thing you can do with a cantrip in Modern, it's actually unique to Opt. The way that Opt works as a cantrip means you can actually opt, and then look at an Opt, and then bottom the Opt, and then draw an Opt. And the thing about opting away Opts and opting into Opt, opting into Opt actually accomplishes nothing except putting a card in your graveyard.
Yeah.
Like if you Serum Visions to like another Serum Visions, at least you've sculpted a hand, you know, something further.
Yeah.
Same thing with Sleight of Hand, etc. But when you opt and the actual card you end up drawing is an opt, it actually does nothing. It just makes you waste mana for no reason.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's why I think opt is better as like a 2-of than a 4-of or something.
I think Victor just drew a third Snapcaster. You might as well just start firing these off.
Yeah, just use them as ambush vipers. Not that we're ambushing anything, but use them as I don't know, what's a 2-power flat? Use them as Hushwing Griffs. So Victor is gonna go to combat. Swinging for 3 right now.
Down to he just.
Oh, he's at
fetched,
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so swinging for 6. The thing is, that is not lethal with Battle Rage, so he can't even threaten that this turn. Victor is really unhappy about these basics.
Yeah.
If I were Victor, I would be swearing on camera right now about these basics that I drew.
Thankfully, the folks at home can't hear him, so. He's going for the Battle Rate? Does he have a Street Wraith? Ooh, that seems extremely risky.
Does he?
He has a Disdainful Stroke in hand. Oh, that's not a Snapcaster, okay.
So, yeah, that's just going to put Brent to 2. Now, that does mean that Brent can't, putting your opponent to low life in Ad Nauseam is not bad, because it means you can do things like take them off. It makes them have to be a lot riskier with playing Ad Naus and Spoils of the Vault. But I don't see the... I guess I don't understand why fire that off now. We have the life totals, right? That's just going to take Brent to 2.
So he's just taking. He just goes to 2. Okay.
I wonder if Victor was trying to bait out the Pact.
I think he was
trying to confuse. Like I think Victor was trying to sell the Street Wraith there.
Yeah.
Is that our read on that?
Oh wow. Well, Brent found that Pact,
yeah.
but that's with Serum Vision, so it might go on top of his deck.
Right.
I don't know what he drew from Serum Visions. He drew an Opt, so he could draw the Pact, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana remaining. He has a Spirit Guide in hand, which he does. So he actually can go for it now with Pact backup even.
Wait, no, he. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, he's got exactly 6.
Right, so he opts, draws the Pact.
Wait, but then he's not going to have enough mana. No, yeah, he can't opt.
He has Simon's Spirit Guide in hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't have... Oh, yeah, so he makes... Lotus Bloom makes all one color, right?
Yeah.
So he has to... If he does that, he'd have to do black with the bloom. But then he still has the Sea-Chrome Coast for the white.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's hoping to draw.
He knows.
Another sorry, that was the Pact on top.
Yeah.
Right, I see. I got it. So he's playing that fine, right?
Yeah, so he wins here. He has Angel Grace, he has Ad Naus, and he has Pact backup for the Disdainful Stroke.
Right. Disdainful stroke. So Brent counters it and ostensibly wins. Make him show it to you. Make him show it to you, Victor. Make him show it to you.
He's gonna look at it.
Yeah. So the whole lot, the way what Victor's doing right now is he gets to look through the library because ad nauseam reveals every card.
Yeah.
And so Victor's just taking his sweet time, see how his opponent boarded. Victor's looking at that Bantu's last reckoning. He's like, okay, not worried about that.
Yeah. Man, that was really close for Brent.
Yeah, that was extremely good. Yeah, Victor is. I mean, the thing is, the only reason Victor did not steal that game
is because he didn't ambush in a Snapcaster, but he really couldn't because otherwise he might have just died.
Yes, yeah. But I was gonna say the basics. The basic lands were absolutely brutal there. Yeah, Victor's sitting there just brooding. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe I lost.
He's taking those basic lands out of his deck.
He's taking the basic. Yeah, take him out. So we haven't seen Street Wraith from Victor, but that seems like a card you want to leave in, right?
We've seen quite a few Street Wraiths from Victor.
We have?
Yes.
Well, Mario, I not only am I blind, but I also don't pay attention.
That is true.
That's a bad combination. How many have we seen?
He's cycled at least 4.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe 3 to 4.
Okay. I don't recall having seen one.
He's done it both times, I think, during on the first turn, before he draws or whatever.
Well, I am a bad human being and an even worse commentator.
Yeah, I don't know how you're still up here, really.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why people let me do this still. So what are they changing right now? Anything?
I don't know.
I'm
not. I don't think Brent has much to change.
No.
Victor maybe. I don't know what brings in Lily now. I don't know.
On the play, I think Lily is fine to bring it on the play. That seems solid. Like we said earlier, on the play, tapping out on turn 3 is probably fine. On the draw, maybe not. But if you can just, ad nauseam has to have a critical mass of cards in hand to go off, and if you just take them off those cards, even if they get to keep their combo pieces, but they have to discard lands, it makes it that much harder for them to go off. So I think Liliana is good on the play, but that seems like the kind of opinion that we could talk about and have and entertain.
Be completely wrong.
Be completely wrong, yeah. But my estimation is that Lily's pretty good on the play here.
Somebody in chat went undefeated 4-1-0, which I guess is supposed to be 4-0-1.
Or maybe they just mean zero draws.
With a demigod
I went 4-1,
control.
Not a single draw.
Demigod control. Is that the black-red demigod, I guess, is what you play with?
Yeah, my guess is what they're doing is something like a Black Moon deck, like a Black Moon Pack Rat deck, but they don't have any Pack Rats. All they have are Lilianas, and then they have 4 demigods.
What is that demigod of revenge? Is that the one?
Yeah, the problem is I feel like that deck, unless you have something like Pack Rat, you just lose to a single surgical extraction because you have no win cons, but unless he doesn't mean that demigod.
What other demigods are there?
Well, there's Demigod of Awe. That's Godhead of Awe. There's Demigod of...
There's Dominus of Fealty. Oh, he went 4-0-1. Yeah, okay, that means you got 1 draw.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it seems... So I bet the game he
Demigod
drew...
of Revenge, yeah.
I bet the game he drew is because he got his Demigod Surgical.
No, it was probably just
No, it's because he got the Demigod Surgical.
Yeah. So both players mulliganing a 6 yet again, I think. This is what happened last game as well.
So we think that favors Victor, right? Well, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
Victor has... This is kind of... Death Shadow has a lot of... it mulligans well, on average. Because you have so many cantrips and your cards are powerful. The problem, though, is that the deck only plays 18 lands, and you do have to have one. Street Wraith can fudge that number a little bit, but you kind of do have to go... You have to have 1 land, and if you go down to 6 and especially 5, you really run that risk of having actual 0. So.
Oh no, he did actually draw a game, but it was just the time. He also has Kalitas, Bloodghast, and Gurmag Angler as backup win conditions.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've seen a lot of really cool just like black X mid-range decks that play 4 Bloodghast, and it's not like they're doing anything special with it. They're just playing it, and it's like an ever-present... It's sort of like Eternal Scourge in Scred, right? It's just you get to keep bringing it back. Except for Eternal Scourge can block, which is a big deal.
It looks like Brent is actually taking a mulligan to 5 here.
All right. So Adnaz can definitely win on 5, but could be tough against the Grixis Shadow 6.
Right.
But hey, maybe Brent's got Temple of Deceit, Angel's Grace, Ad Nauseam, double Lotus Bloom.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Turn 1 draws a Pact negation.
Man, why don't these decks play clock spinning?
Play what?
Clock spinning.
Clock spinning.
Great. One blue instant, remove a suspend counter from a permanent you control.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, why not just play? Why not just splash red, play Fury Charm?
To destroy it. Oh, that also removes two
Yeah,
suspend
removes
counters.
2 time counter.
Or you can destroy an artifact.
Think about this. Turn 1 Lotus Bloom, play a mountain, Pyretic Ritual into Manamorphose, cast.
Remove all of the suspend counters.
Remove all the suspend counters from that Lotus Bloom, and then cast a Hypnotic Spectre.
Great.
It's just like a Dark Ritual. Okay, folks, that we apologize for all of that. I'm not even sure that worked out. Don't check us on that.
All right, so this is the life Victor wants to be living. Double Street Wraith, untap Watery Grave down to 14.
But he still has the basic island in the opener.
Yeah, but he's all right with it this time.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Brent does have the Lotus Bloom. And the fast lane. And
that's a good start for a Multi 5.
Yeah.
Looks like Seachrome Coast opt. My guess is he needs the Seachrome Coast. Oh no, he's got tons of lands.
Yeah, he's got many.
So I think you.
Too many lands.
Yeah, you keep the opt. Sure. Yeah.
No, we got an end step effect. We got Thought Scour here from Victor. So he's filling his graveyard. There's a Lily. There's a third Street Wraith. Confirmed. He definitely has Street Wraiths in his deck, Mark. Just letting you know.
Well, I think these are the first 3 we've seen.
Right.
So. Oh man. Okay, so Thought
Another
Scour.
Thought Scour. So this could be an Angler here, maybe a Tasker. Away goes 2 counter spells.
Ceremonies rejection.
I was
interesting.
I was gonna mention that during the first time we discussed sideboarding, but I forgot.
Yeah, counters Lotus Bloom for 1 mana, counters Pentad Prism.
Pentad Prism, but that's all.
Interesting. I would never have guessed. I mean, I know it's in the Grixis sideboard. I just never would have guessed. Yeah, that seems good. Seems fine.
So Brent's gonna scry first and then use his opt. Victor did not have a threat there, which is interesting to me, which means he doesn't have.
Yeah, it can be tough to.
Which I mean, I guess that means he doesn't have Death Shadow or Delve.
Yeah, that's kind of the tough thing when you keep a hand with 2 or 3 Street Wraiths. You don't really know what you're gonna have. And you do have to have a threat.
He does actually have another. Wow, his hand might be like 4 land Ceremonies rejection, and I think he just drew a cantrip. Yeah.
Holy shit! Victor's on tilt.
Is it Battle Rage? An opt?
Opt, oh my god. I guess you cast the opt, right?
Yeah. He has some solace in the rejection for the Lotus Bloom. But
yeah, rejection for Bloom is good.
This one might be... Nope, it's a stinker. Going to the bottom.
Oh god, another Street Wraith. Just pitch it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Down to 10. We got like 30 cards in our graveyard. Holy cow. Alright.
Inquisition.
Which we can actually cast now.
Yeah,
He does not have Leyline.
Nope.
Yeah, you're good.
Didn't take his hand off the swamp yet, so that's fine.
All right.
We'll go to 8.
Yep. Here's Inquisition. So the only legal target is this
Simian Spirit Guide.
Simian Spirit Guide. Oh no, he drew another opt.
Oh,
okay.
opt. Okay.
He opted into opt.
Yeah.
That's what he said. It doesn't do anything.
That's right.
All he did was get taken by.
No, that's it's so real, and no other cantrip does that, where you can opt into an opt, and just feel bad.
Yeah, let's see what Brent draws for turn. Doesn't seem very excited about it. Oh, it's a Pentad Prism. That's not bad. Man, too bad Victor didn't leave up that Ceremonies rejection.
Yeah. I think it's going to be just fine taking out this. The thing is, Brent is now. Brent's going to have
so much mana. Yeah.
He's going to have 6 mana, but that's all he has. I mean, he has to top deck like a god. Then again, Victor still has to find a threat. So.
Right.
No, but Victor hasn't even milled a threat, right?
No, it's been like he milled all of it, literally all of his Street Wraiths in the graveyard.
So yeah, his deck at this point is really threat heavy. I mean, how many cards does he have in the graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Victor's got 14 cards in the graveyard, I think.
This is the dream that Grixis Shadow wants to live, just seeing every card in their deck. So is this a Liliana? Caligon's coming in. All right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And is he gonna get back Street Wraith? I think
it looks like that's what he's
or you could get back oh, never mind. You can't get back That would be sweet. Get back the Street Wraith, pay 2 more life.
And I guess we're going to see a cycle here. Yep. So is that... Oh, no.
So what if we see...
and an opt, but he can't cast it. He's got to leave up this rejection.
What if we see Brent just top deck a few lands and just hold him in hand, and then lightning storm his opponent.
Just
like
just raw.
With just
that
like
would be,
yeah, just like with
so
two
sad.
lands.
I would,
you just
I would
deal
hate
6
to see
damage.
Victor to lose that way.
Oh my god, I would love. I mean, I wouldn't like that Victor loses, but I would love if that happened.
That would be. Wow. I wonder like what percentage of games Adnos wins.
Is Victor going to 3? Yeah, I guess. The thing is, you actually can just lose to top deck lightning storm here, right?
Yeah, he can lose to Simian Spirit Guide Beats at this point.
Yeah.
if Brent finds like another Pentad Prism to cast this. In fact, Brent almost should have cast that off his Pentad Prism last turn probably. Like he doesn't need much more like the Simian Spirit Guide for any reason, right?
No, yeah, by the time you find your combo pieces, you're gonna have plenty of mana. So yeah, Brent should definitely just lay down this Spirit Guide.
But now he can't because his Pentad Prism got blown up.
Oh my god, Victor, these he just bottomed Thought Scour, Teamer Battle Rage.
But did he find some? Nope, another vision.
Okay, here we go. This is the one. Oh my god, it's a Thoughtseize.
No, he can't even cast that.
Okay, Angler on top, right?
Angler and Tassiger.
Okay, so he prioritized the Angler because it has more power.
And I think he has an opt even to draw into it.
Jesus Christ, this is so bad.
Victor, you can't go to 1. That just seems loose.
Yeah.
All right, here's Angler. Good. We can deploy our Angler. All right.
Okay, we're on the board. Whew, Victor. This is crazy.
Man. Victor might lose on the mill. Who knows? He runs out of every card in his deck. Holy cow. The thing is, right, Brent can't cast in a Lightning Storm unless he also gets a Lotus Bloom or a Pentad Prism, so he needs that first.
Or just keep the Simian in hand,
I
guess.
that's true,
but
yeah.
I think you're right. I think he does. Well, does he want to play it out against this Angler? Just a chump block even?
I don't think anymore. He needs one of those regardless, right? Simian Spirit Guide costs red as well. It's not just a colorless creature. All right, we're nice and organized.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he doesn't have red. Yeah, you're right. Totally right.
All right, Victor gets on tap. Here's Tassier, yep.
Yeah, Brent just made the same joke we did that
Yeah.
you could top deck Lightning Storm and kill.
I don't know if he realizes that he doesn't have red mana to cast it, but
Well, you know, all he needs is a Manamorphose.
Right.
Which this deck doesn't play.
Here comes the Delvers. This is gonna be a quick clock.
Yeah, so 2 turns from now, Brent's. So actually, this means that Brent literally can't win, right?
Unless he draws Adnaz Angel's Grace.
Or well, actually, I guess Bantu's Last Reckoning would not be
yeah.
bad.
Oh well, here's this. If he's got the Lightning Storm.
To make red.
Yeah.
But Victor has more lands than him, so Victor can fight him on the lands.
Victor discard lands.
Victor still has a swamp in hand to fight his opponent on the lands.
That's true.
Yeah, the way Lightning Storm works is basically players haggle over it by discarding lands, and the player to discard the last land gets the damage.
Okay. So we activated Tasker here. We got like 30 cards to choose from on Brent's end. Probably just a cantrip. Yeah, Serum Visions is probably fine. Although that does.
I think you want to give him the opt, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Or you give him. Well, so he's at 3, so like giving him Thoughtseize and Street Wraith doesn't actually kill him.
No.
Oh my God, Victor! Some of Victor's draws have just been comical this game.
Yeah. So here is.
Okay, Inquisition.
I mean, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, you take the Spirit Guide or whatever he's holding on to.
Get some information. Maybe get out a early Angel's Grace. Yep. So did he? He didn't cast the Angel's Grace.
Well, then he just takes the Spirit Guide, but yeah.
Okay, we took the Spirit Guide with our thoughts. We're down to 1.
Well, so, but Angel's Grace doesn't actually fog. It doesn't.
Oh right.
It doesn't fog. It just keeps you from losing. So
and Brent drew a Pact of Negation, so I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, he took 9 from that. So unless Victor kills himself by accidentally cracking a fetch, I think he's good.
All right.
Gonna Pact of Negation the Serum Visions.
Go to combat.
In there for 9.
Folks, you heard it here first. I'm not sure what you heard. This is a match. This is a match.
Wait, what?
What are we doing?
Oh, I think he just gave him a draw step to see if he had it.
All right, folks. Well, that was something. What did we learn today, Mario?
Well, we learned that Adnos has a tough time winning on a Mold of 5.
Yep. We learned that Death Shadow has a tough time beating Leyline of Sanctity.
Yeah, and we learned that Mono Green Charbelcher is awesome.
Yeah. 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 And we learned that nobody in the store plays Storm because Storm is awful and you should feel bad for playing it. All right, well, folks.
I think somebody's mocking us. Discard Spirit Guide would produce red. Great quality cast.
All right, well, I'm not sure what they're saying exactly, but
I don't know.
We are a good quality cast. Thank you so much for the compliment. And you're a great listener. Thank you for tuning in and interacting with us, engaging with the commentary team. So thank you for your contribution. We hope to see you next week.
And that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, have a good one, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend.